Hi, you guys. The the message that came through pretty clearly this morning was um, that we're supposed to be thinking about past life, uh, that phenomenon, and I want you to see the light behind. Um, I've had that in some form all my life, and it usually expresses um, as a feeling I know somebody, and that it goes way back, and there's an ease that can't be explained by uh, how long we've actually known each other in this uh, circumstance. And, it's funny because sometimes it's mutual recognition, that's the best. But I've also found it's one way sometimes, where I recognize them and they don't recognize me. I mean, I just sort of know, oh my God, I know you. Um, and there's something glassed over, like they don't know me. And I'm sure it works the other way, because I've had relationships with people who, like, there was a guy I met in college. We had one encounter at a dance, and, well, a couple of meals. And that summer, he phoned me. I don't know how he got my number, and he said, I bought you a puppy. Like, who is this? and and he said, I'd like to give you this puppy. I'd like to come see you and bring you this puppy. And I said, oh, no, 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 no. Um, if I want a puppy, I'll get a puppy, but. And he said, well, how am I supposed to think about this relationship? And without even missing a beat, I said, we don't have a relationship. Or, what relationship? I think it was pretty mean. I think I said, we don't have one. I mean, I really wanted him not to, somehow he'd really gotten the wrong impression. And it was a little bit scary because he was assuming a kind of intimacy that I just didn't think was there. It was only till this morning it occurred to me maybe he recognized me, and for whatever reason, I didn't remember him. Past life thing I thought was interesting. The other is, I think we go around in a kind of constellation with a certain primary group. And occasionally people come in and occasionally people leave. We don't incarnate with them again. But I really think there's some where the constellation is there, but it shifts. Like, in one lifetime, I may have been your mother. In the next lifetime, you know, uh, I'm your best friend. We're lovers. We're brutal enemies. The roles shift. Different people play different roles, and so it's really dynamic. That's just the way I've kind of been able to conceive of it, and sort of the same people in different relationships to each other over lifetimes. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to do the first part of the reading with this deck, which is okay. I saw the Queen of Swords, one of my faves, and then clarify with this other deck. Queen of Swords is the one who would recognize. Or if somebody came at her and said, I know you, sword energy, and she thought it was like a pickup line or something, she'd recognize that. You're a phony member in this constellation, and she'd spit them out, but she'd know the difference. And she wouldn't tell herself any lies to make it more comfortable. Whether it's I recognize you or I don't. Who are you? We have no relationship. That's one of the most cutting things I've ever said to anybody, and it came without thinking twice. Swords are thinking energy. I don't even have to think about this. I know. Snap decision. That's a little bit Queen of Swords. What say you, Queen? Who are you? And who or what do you recognize? Well, I recognize people who brought me pain, principally, and people who have made me happy, and all the range of emotions in between. Like I was saying, in one lifetime, you're the one who hurt me. In the next lifetime, you might be the one who makes me happy, or I might make myself happy. In your presence, something like that. But she, Queen of Swords, he, she, they, recognize, like the swords I always think of as Three of Swords as a memory of what hurt us. And I think that's it. I have a kind of a past life memory or imprint that this was a hurtful relationship all the way around. May have been third party. And that doesn't describe how it has to be now. There may have been a lifetime where this was my dream come true, Nine of Cups. This made me this happy. This safe in the knowledge that I'm loved. So we have the two extremes there. And again, we configure differently. There's sort of like a different thing we have to teach, different things we have to teach each other as we show up, in different phases of this life or over different lifetimes. However it resonates with you. You don't, Queen of Swords, have to believe any of this business about past life. I just get a sense of it. Like when my daughter was born, I looked at her and I thought, oh, it's you. There was complete recognition, like, of course. Because I'd had all these ideas, what might this baby be? Male, female, I'll love you anyway. Right now I'm seeing this as lifetime to lifetime. The big karmic wheel. And somehow, both these kind of relationships serve us. The pain and the joy, contribute to us accepting our destiny, seeing it, knowing it when we see it. I'll know it when I see it. I'll know you when I see you. That's it. Okay. So it takes me a while to get there sometimes. Under Three of Swords, Nine of Swords. It's another really challenging sword energy. It's fearing, because swords can speak to, this is a card of fear and apprehension, of going over in your mind what was said, what was done, and what will be said, what will be done. It's finding peace nowhere because you're so scared, so agitated, or perhaps even so wounded. But sword energy is also about understanding and voice. And the messengers are trying to get through. Particularly this white one up in the corner. This kind of standout message. That maybe helps you understand, why you had to go through this. 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. It's like, you're going to know fear, sword energy, and you're going to feel joy. And be there for both. For the whole experience. Something happens. Anyway, that's for another, okay. 9 of Cups, please. The joy. The full heart. The willingness to feel despite the memory of hurt. Okay? Yeah. Amen. Ace of Cups. Try again. Open up again. You add these two together and you get 10 of Cups. The land of milk and honey. Judgment. The land of milk and honey. It's like rising up or crossing over to that place. Yeah, it's going on Ace of Cups. So it's that second chance at love, taking a chance on, there's an old standard, taking a chance on love. Which after this is the temptation to just say, right, I shut down. This is a boundary setter. I'm not going there again. I'm not. I know what it looks like. But you set up a boundary to this heartbreak, and you say no more of that. No more of that kind of vulnerability. Then perhaps there's no more of this either. You're cutting yourself off from your own joy because you're scared. What if I say it wrong? What if they say it wrong? What if I misunderstand? What if I'm not understood? Queen of Swords would sail bravely into that, all those questions. She'd want answers, but she's also transparent. There's a kind of what you see is what you get. To the best of my ability, I'll show up, in my true, open frame of mind, open to pain, open to pleasure. There's something where, was Pema Chodron, who said, when she first kind of found her teacher, a Tibetan ascended master, she said her heart was about as big as a postage stamp. She'd been hurt, and she shut down. And through the teachings of this person, she was able to transcend that over time. And by sitting in meditation every day to sort of rediscover the open heart. And she said, what I've come to understand is that, or to feel, is that I'm open to it all. From this postage stamp place, I'm open to joy, I'm open to sadness. I'm open to cold and hot, bitter and sweet. I'll accept it all in. All of it. That's what, that's what advances me karmically, and that's what allows me to ascend. Not away from life, but rather kind of into it, into new life, moment to moment, in that sort of mindful mindful way, moment to moment presence. That's what Queen of Swords, that's how she shows up, and that's how she does have an expectation that that's how the people in her life, in her constellation, will show up. Lessons all around about joy and pain. Tell us about Wheel, please. Oh, okay. Should I keep going with this one? Okay, I'm supposed to switch decks. My bad, I forgot. 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. That's communication. That's talking something out. It's also an energetic exchange, perhaps not even spoken. On Wheel, please. Okay. Judgment. Twice over. Major Arcana card of new life. Of rising to the occasion, of saying yes to what the universe has in mind for us, what's coming in. And I think there's a counsel not to expect it to be all sweetness and light. We're not in heaven yet. We're incarnating, and there's going to be plenty of this. And people who fall by the wayside, people who can't hang. So on Wheel, we have Ace of Swords, that new beginning. Twice over, judgment. I just find that, I don't think I've ever gotten that before. And on Ace of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, equal give and take. A relationship where both people get something of value. Like every relationship is of value. Both of these kinds are of value because they all have something to teach us. But there are some that really elevate us to the next level. Okay? Right. We have 7 of Pentacles. That's on Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords, in that discerning way, will invest in what has a chance to grow. She doesn't waste her time. She'd set a boundary. Not interested in growth, not interested in being present and the equal exchange. You're not for me, not in this lifetime. On 9 of Cups. 2 of Rods, 2 of Wands. I've chosen joy. I go in the path, I pick the direction that leads to this. Best I can. It's not like the pain part is entirely avoidable. I don't know that there's a 50-50 chance of, but it's sort of like 2 paths diverge, Does one lead to pain and the other to joy? Your intuition will play a big part in that. For now, for this immediate situation, follow the intuitive path, the pull of your own heart, your open heart. Live in expectation that you're going to go in this direction. That helps. That's like manifestation. Okay. Tell us about the 3 of Swords, please. The hurt or the memory of hurt. Queen of Swords does seem to be sailing rather definitively away from that. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands. It's like letting the new direction, the new sense of where I belong and who I am, supersede the memory of the hurt in whatever lifetime. It may have been 3 months ago. It may have been 3 lifetimes ago. I didn't know why I was saying 3, but then I looked down and there's this 3 of Swords. It may have been 3 relationships that just ended painfully. But there is this new beginning in Wands energy. Wands are about life force. Whatever this new beginning, Ace of Wands is, it's nothing like the 3 of Swords memory. There won't be this sort of deja vu sense of, because that's a past lifetime thing too. I've been here before. And this is, yes, I have a memory of the hurt before, but this time, Nine of Swords, okay, this one. Wheel of Fortune, again. Right next to the other Wheel of Fortune. We're getting a lot of, this is why I like to use the second deck, is that it's doubling down on what's coming in for you is in your best interest, and you know it. You'll know it when you see it. It'll have the ring of truth. You won't have to guess. You won't be put into this place of big stress over what's going to happen. I wish I could predict. This is sort of an act of surrendering to the pull of the path. That intuitive, directional sense of, holding the globe in my hand. I know where to go. I, the Ace, I know where to go. And it's to pivot away from this 3 of Swords. Like I don't go back into that situation. There is a kind of no looking back aspect to this. I mean, look at her. She's just sailing, but she's not looking back. She's got the tiller, the sword, in her hand to steer herself. She can see it from here. And she sees this earth energy. It's almost like the far shore. I see the place I can cultivate and grow things. I see the place I can experience joy in, and that's where I'm headed. Oh, bugger. Sorry, but it's 7 of Wands, which is the blocking energy, and it comes right in proximity to 8 of Wands. Somebody may have been blocking communication. Somebody may have been blocking the way forward. Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, because of some memory of pain. They may be blocking the exchange because, first of all, it spooks them out if this is an energetic exchange and you're like in their, not even in their head, but in their, coming right into their intuitive brain. Let's start the conversation, and they're like, what? It was like me with the guy. I said, we have no relationship. Because this is a card of relationship, of conversation, of reciprocal energy. I recognize you, you recognize me. Somebody's putting up a block to that. Seven and 7, now 7 of Cups. They were unsure. This is like a card of confusion or illusion or of options or of what's out there. What kind of love is this? Is it heartbreak? Will it just add to my memory of, like the bank of memories I have of how I've been hurt, all the details? Or is it an option? 7 and 7 is 14. 14 in Major Arcana is Sagittarius, Temperance, a card of divine timing, and of the proper blend at the proper time. The blend. Sagittarius, a fire sign, in fire energy. Okay. And it's sort of the archetypal, angelic, fill in the blank, that knows kind of where we're headed. Wheel of Fortune 2 times over. Where is the karmic path? And this energy is trying to speak up so that you'll know it. And, okay, first off, there's a need to close out a cycle. These 2 cards of judgment, of rising to your new life, and you got to let go, you, them, whichever one of you it is, possibly both, since we have judgment twice. I think you both have to close out a cycle. And we're doing that all the time. But this might even be like a life, in this lifetime, our relationship to each other is really going to shift. We'll both see it. It looks to me too like a move. This can be a move. And it might be, this is like resistance to it. There are a lot of options out there, but I'm not ready. I don't want to go through the process of discovering, is this person going to hurt me? Is this person going to make me happy? And what is this business of this energetic thing that is kind of sparking me and almost like compelling me to move forward, to pick a path, the true path, the karmic path. Okay, just a little bit more. Yeah. Here's the opportunity for the building block. Somebody's presenting somebody with a concrete idea or proposition. We could do it this way. Maybe that's what the conversation will determine. This is where we could start. And behind this fairly small 3D offer is this incredible depth of feeling, moon energy. How deep can we take this? Like we start off, we could do it this way, and yet what's really being proposed is a deep emotional dive, a willing to plumb the depths of feeling, Cancer energy, water energy, to plumb the depths with somebody, to really partake in this exchange, to discover 9 of Cups, explore this love business from every angle. Seven of Cups, 8 of Wands, every direction, every possible way we can feel about each other. Hermit. It's not a card of being linked necessarily in 3D with somebody. Major Arcana card of Virgo. It may be that one person, it may be one of those I recognize you but you don't recognize me situations. A hermit. Hermit is a solitary energy. But we have also Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords, cards of the individual, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, cards that can be of the individual's opportunity for joy, the individual's opportunity, which wolf do we feed? If we want to advance our destiny, that's a native story, I think, where the wise one, the hermit energy, the sage says, which wolf do you feed in your psyche? Fear or love? How will that set you up for what choices you make about where do you go? What choices do you make about somehow all these ones meeting at one point, like all the people in our constellation maybe recognizing each other, so somehow we all take the leap forward together. But I do think there will be people who can't do this deep dive, who don't want to understand who they are, who don't want it, who are only prepared to offer this much in 3D. Yeah, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. But maybe that's where we begin. Begin the conversation, kind of from scratch. Manischewitz, the world. It may be from scratch, but it opens it's like the key to the next big thing. The next big thing. It's what kicks the wheel. It's what brings enlightenment. It may look small. It may look small. It's not small. It's like the keys to the kingdom. This is a card of Capricorn and Aquarius. Very earthy and very ethereal, all at the same time, but it like opens the big door. This little wheel of the pentacle opens the big door. Twice over, Wheel of Fortune. Twice over, Judgment. Page of Pentacles, World. And Hermit is a earth energy, Virgo, so it really does speak to the seed of things. Hermit is about growth over time. And somehow the singularity, something about the singularity. Like in this lifetime, what we manage to build or seed has real effects on the next lifetime. It like birth is a whole new cosmic era. And whatever we slough off is like the casing of the shell, the shell of the seed. It will be cracked open so that we can do this. We have on the board, I love this reading, by the way, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Libra, all the divine feminine energies, Wheel of Fortune twice, the karmic wheel, the karmic path. And anything else? Wheel of Fortune twice. That blows me away. Oh, and World Card. That's what we started with. All right, I'm rambling now. Time to sign off. Good reading, you guys. And yeah, please, please, down below, don't do this. But down below is a little this thing. And if you would hit that button, it just helps. And yeah, and subscribe if you want. That's free. If you hit then the notification bell, you'll know when I upload a video if you care to. And thank you, subscribers who have signed on. Whenever you did, few recently, absolutely welcome aboard. And those of you who have been here through our various incarnations, bless your hearts, and we'll see you again soon.